everybody, 1 to 15. Physically, I'm feeling tired, honestly, but not as much as you would expect, honestly. It's probably the adrenaline. It's going to come down a little bit. I'm probably going to sleep pretty well tonight.
Victor, I heard you tell the TV broadcast that it felt at times like you weren't thinking during that late part of the game. Can you kind of expand on that, your mentality, and also the pull-up three-pointer that you hit with 30 seconds left? What were you thinking for that one?
For that one, I was just thinking, take my time. But for the rest, there are some plays I wish I were thinking more, like I think it was the regulation last shot. I had an open look, on a way smaller defender, so I should have just taken it. But it's an experience we learn,
Mitch was saying that it's a pretty natural response for a competitor to see another competitor get something that he wants, whether it's the MVP trophy or whatever it might be. Just curious if that was in your mind at all, knowing that Shea had got that award and you were in the top 3 for it. And, did any part of tonight feel personal? Some of your facial expressions kind of look like you were really, really going for it.
Yeah, for sure. Everything you just said.
What does it feel like to see someone else get the MVP trophy right before you step into, I guess, what is basically the biggest game of your career, and then to have the best performance of your career?
Feels like I still got a lot to learn. And I want to get that trophy, many times in my career.
We talked a lot about winning an MVP and what goes behind it, whether it's political, things of that nature. Do you feel like, especially after this game, that you're the best player in basketball?
Do I feel like it right now? I feel tired. But it's not a question I'm wondering right now. We'll see, The world is 8 billion people, so it's 8 billion opinions.
Victor, tonight almost felt a little bit symbolic, the MVP ceremony for SGA before the game, and then you have a big response tonight with your performance. If your performance tonight had a message behind it, what would that message be?
The message would be that we as a team are ready to go in any environment, in any place, against anybody. And even though we still got a lot to learn, our effort should be over anybody else's. And tonight we were relentless.
Victor, a lot of guys took turns on SGA. What did you think of the play of the guys, perimeter guys on him?
No, they were great. They're great. It's a team thing. Everybody was very connected today. We need to keep being connected, and I don't know how probably not gonna practice tomorrow, but we're definitely gonna meet and talk about and anticipate for next games. There's gonna be adjustments on both sides.
Vic, you've said a couple of times now that you're tired, which makes a lot of sense. I imagine there's a mental toll during a game like that as well. Can you just explain what that game was like to be a part of, with the amount of hits you took and to continue to keep going?
It's something, the relentlessness is built as well. First of all, the first thing is physical ability, getting stronger as the years go on. And the mental toughness, you have to have it all the time. And as you said, yes, it takes a toll, but we will rest in July.
You talk about the relentlessness, the physicality you had to play with tonight. When you have such an emotional and physically taxing game like this one, how important is it for y'all to be able to close it out there in the second overtime?
It's everything. It's everything, and I feel like it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of you need experience as well. But tonight, a game like tonight is the best way to get experience. We played 5 quarters, so. We're learning, and by the time we get the experience, we'll compensate with our effort.
Victor, I asked Mitch, I'd love to hear it from you as well. I mean, even though we didn't see De'Aaron tonight, can you talk about his veteran voice and how much it helped carry you guys to this win?
Now, it matters a lot. Obviously, you said talking, and he sees a lot as a point guard, and his guidance with the young guys is just great. And I knew they were gonna have his back.
Vic, you've referenced many times, both in round one and round two, and even tonight, that this is a team that's still learning, that you're still learning. How do you marry the fact that for a group that's learning, and many of you haven't been on this stage before, you look extremely comfortable in this moment? Well, how learning tends to be awkward. You guys are not awkward with this.
Yeah. You know, it's we want to win everything, and we have the chance to have people above us in the organization that know how to do that. And so far, it looks like they've put the right people together to give us a chance. Because right now we got a chance. We still got a lot to do, a lot to learn, a lot of trials to go through that we don't even know of. But we have a chance, and that's because they've built the team like this.
Victor, on connaissait tous le talent de Dylan Harper en attaque. Est-ce que tu parlais un peu de son impact défensif? Est-ce que tu es encore surpris par ce qu'il est capable de faire? Est-ce que tu considères qu'il a aussi ce potentiel d'être une superstar, d'être un two-way en fait, joueur?
Ah, bien sûr. On se repose beaucoup sur lui, des deux côtés du terrain. C'est juste génial.
It was a competitive game. Felt like both teams just kept doing enough to not be put away and kept doing enough to let the other team know they were trying to pull away. It got to the point probably sometime at the end of that fourth quarter, it just felt like it was a war of wills. And there was a level of mental toughness that was exuded by both teams. And almost sometimes, like in football, they say it's just at some point the time runs out. It felt like everybody kept scoring. But the bench was great for us. We needed every second from everybody that played. And then those five guys, I don't know what it is, one of you probably do, but they played maybe the last 15 or so odd game time minutes. And their legs got wobbly, but they composed themselves and finished strong. And that was a heck of a game to be a part of.
And then by this point, are you at all, I suppose you're not surprised anymore about the way Victor is able to rise to these moments as they come along in his career. Just every big moment, he seems to rise to that occasion and meet the moment.
I thought his level of physicality and execution through physicality was tremendous. His rebounding obviously shows itself in the box score, but was off the charts. Defensively, he was in a stance almost all night. And I thought he did a good job of, and the guys along with him, just being stubborn in terms of they made some shots, and they did, obviously, you got to give up something when you try to take things away. And at times when they made shots or they made us pay for whatever we were trying to do, we stuck with it. And he led the way. And that's 49 big minutes, and it was high level for the majority of those.
What was the key defensively against SGA? It seems like a lot of different guys took turns on him.
Yeah, we try to keep guys fresh on him and just make it hard for him. I mean, he's so dynamic, gets the spots. One of the best I've ever seen in terms of angles and being able to take up space and use your physicality against you in terms of leverage. I thought we did a good job of trying to contest without fouling and make him take tough shots, and he's going to make shots, and sometimes he misses shots. You may not have anything to do with it, but you're just trying to make him work.
Mitch, I'm glad to see your voice has survived 2 overtime somehow. There's a lot of fans from around the world that are going to start watching at this point. A lot of them have maybe seen clips of Victor, but haven't really sat down to watch a game with him. Can you explain for a lot of those people the essence of what made him so special tonight?
I think that young man he has a rare desire to step into every moment that's in front of him. And I think he has showed in his 3 years in a lot of different situations with a lot of different circumstances that he's going to attack those moments. Doesn't mean they'll always work out for him or be exactly the outcome that he wants, but he has some rare God-given ability. He puts in even more work in preparation into try to maximizing that. And his disposition and mentality and approach